You want me to re-say it?
Enunciate your words.
In the ends of your words. Let's take Dr. Bass, for example.
That was better, thank you.
Must pass.
You're like yelling a little bit. Try to contract more, okay? Put your hand on your muscle. Feel it. Put your hand on your diaphragm, okay?
Even darkness must pass.
That was good, thank you.
Remember the pin money, 200 a year.
Enunciate more, okay? Andrew just told me, I don't know what she said. So, separate your words.
Remember the pin money, 200 a year.
Lucky you, Cecilia.
I get goose pimply all over and I come to them.
Well then!
It's your turn, David.
That was very dull. Let's have a walk, my son.
That was good.
David, we saw your line.
We have another key short one this year. He's been replaced.
I hope the camera heard that. I really hope it did.
All right, girl, Sandra.
The ideal man. Oh, the ideal man.
I like it. Nice. Let's have Nancy go. Your first time doing this.
Alyssa, you look like a loner.
People sat around and watched children being murdered.
Enunciate. I know you have a strong French accent. Doesn't matter. Pronounce words. You can't hide behind it, okay?
Back
Do
off.
it.
People sat around and watched children being murdered.
Spit something.
Darby. I just had your brother in my class. He's so much alike.
No.
Pick up your volume using that.
Oh my God, my brother's horrible. Okay. We've been through so much together.
Again, separate your words.
We've been through so much together.
That's good.
Big love, Sunday.
What happened to the young boys here?
Can I say it or I have to wait for you guys to be ready?
Was that your line?
No, that was a question.
It was beautiful.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. The point was that I had a sister.
Do that again. Let go of your necklace.
No.
Don't play with your shirt. Leave your hands there.
The point was that I had a sister.
Thank you.
Hey, whoa. Okay.
There's still one, people.
My mom's dead.
and kept hidden in dark caves. But that came off all right in the end. Two mysterious children had suddenly appeared from somewhere beyond the world. And they rescued him. But there's no one here to rescue me. Ridley's father, Caspian, also had a rather difficult time. His wicked uncle, King Miraz, tried to murder him. Caspian fled to the woods and lived among the dwarfs. But that also came out all right in the end. Caspian was helped out by 4 children who'd come from somewhere beyond the world. And they fought a great battle and set him on his father's throne. And those same children that helped Caspian were in Narnia over 1,000 years before that. And it was then that they did the most remarkable thing of all. They defeated that terrible White Witch, and they ended the 100 years of winter. And they reigned in Narnia so they were no longer children, but great kings and lovely queens. And Aslan had helped them. Come to think of it, Aslan had helped them all. He and those children always came in when things were at their worst. If only they could now. Aslan! Aslan! Aslan, come and help me now! Let me be killed then, but come and save all Narnia. Oh, Aslan, please! If you will not come yourself, then send the helpers from beyond the world, or let me call them. Let my voice carry beyond the world. Children! Children, friends of Narnia! Come to me! Across the world I call you, I, Tyrion, King of Narnia, Lord of Caraparavel, and Emperor of the Lone Islands. Thank you.
It's all wrong. By rights, we shouldn't even be here. But we are. It's like in the great stories, Mr. Frodo. The one full of darkness and danger they were. And sometimes you didn't even want to know the end. Because how could the end be happy? How could the world go back to the way it once was? When so much bad had happened. But in the end, it's only a passing thing. This shadow, even darkness must pass. A new day will come. And when the sun shines, it will shine out the clearer. Those were the stories that stayed with you. That meant something. Even if you were too small to understand why. But I think, Mr. Frodo, I do understand. I know now. Folk in those stories had plenty of chances of turning back. Only they didn't. They kept on going. There's some good in this world, Mr. Frodo. And it's worth fighting for.
Guys, I am young and inexperienced, but you cannot hold Carly Haley responsible for my shortcomings. You see, in all this legal maneuvering, something has gone lost, and that something is the truth. Now it is incumbent upon us lawyers to not only talk about the truth, but to seek it, find it, and live it. Let's take Dr. Bass, for example. Now, I wouldn't have knowingly put a convicted felon onto the stand. I hope you can believe that. What's the truth? That he is a disgraced liar? What if I told you that the woman he raped was 17, he was 23, she later became his wife, bore his child, and is still married to the man this day? Now, does that make it more or less true? What is it in us that seeks the truth? Is it our minds or our hearts? I set out to prove that a black man receives a fair trial in the South, that we are all equal in the eyes of the law. But that's not the truth, because the eyes of the law are human eyes, yours and mine. And until we can see each other as equals, justice is never going to be even-handed. It will remain nothing more than the reflection of our own prejudices. So until that day, we have a duty under God to seek the truth. Not with our eyes, not with our mind, not under hate and fear or commonality into prejudice, but with our hearts. Now, I want to tell you a story. I'd like to ask you all to close your eyes. This is a story about a little black girl coming out of a grocery store on a sunny afternoon. I want you to picture this little black girl. Suddenly, the car races on. Two men jump out, and they grab her. They drag her off to a nearby field. They tie her up, and they rip the clothes from her body. And then they jump on, one man after the other, raping her. And then, after they're done, after they've murdered her tiny womb and killed the chance to have life beyond her own, they decide to use her for target practice. They start throwing full beer cans at her. They throw them so hard it tears the flesh off her very bones. And then they urinate on her. Now comes the hanging. They have a rope. They tie a noose. Now imagine the rope going tight around her neck. And then a sudden blind jerk pulls her into the air. And her feet are kicking, but they don't find ground. But then the hanging branch isn't strong enough. It snaps. She falls back to the earth. So they pick her up. They put her in the back of the truck. And they drive out Foggy Creek Bridge. And they throw her over the edge. I want you to picture this little black girl. Now imagine she's white.
The first quake was the worst. The 100th quake, that was the worst too. All the ones in between I didn't enjoy at all. Then there was the labyrinth of caves I fell into. For 200,657,648 years, 115 days, 11 hours, 16 minutes, and 23 seconds I wandered down there. I know it was 200,657,648 years, 115 days, 11 hours, 16 minutes, and 23 seconds, because I counted. Out loud. I almost lost count once, when some rocks fell on me. Then there was the molten lava. But I kept count. What else was I going to do for 200,657,648 years, 115 days, 11 hours, 16 minutes, and 23 seconds? Stand in a corner and rust? Once, an alien race came to the planet, looking for vengeance on their enemies who didn't live there. They got the wrong planet. I hate life forms. They tried to destroy me. They couldn't even get that right. So they worshipped me as a god for 758 years, 285 days, 21 hours, 6 minutes, and 14 seconds. Then there was another quake and they all died. Good. Did I mention that I hate life forms? I fell into another labyrinth of caves. I was down there for 900... Where are you going? Am I boring you? I'm boring you, aren't I? God, I'm so depressed.
My mom's dead. Yeah, we were close. My dad's down there all alone now. He's nice to all his patients, even the ones who lie to him. Why did you start seeing him in the first place? Constance thought you needed help, but you knew you were dead. Do you know why you're dead? The cops shot you here, in this room. Why? Why did they shoot you? You murder people, Tate. Kids, like us. The kids that came to us on Halloween. I don't know why you would do that. Why did you kill those guys that lived here before us? Why did you rape my mother? I used to think that you were like me. You were attracted to the darkness. But Tate, you are the darkness. I believe I've changed you. I really do. I love you, Tate. But I can't forgive you. You have to pay for what you did. All the pain you've caused, all the sorrow. You murdered my mother. You did. That baby, or whatever it was, it killed her. I can't be with you. I won't be with you. I'm saying go away, Tate. Go away. Go away! Mom, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you had to die. I'm sorry you lost your baby.
you shall expect a new saddle horse with a suit of fine lace, an infinite number of the most valuable jewels, diamonds such as never were seen, pearls, rubies, emeralds, and beads out of the number. You must set up your fountain, which must be cream-colored, with a wreath of silver flowers round it. You must buy 4 of the finest bays in the kingdom and drive me it every day. This is not all. You must entirely new furnish your house, after my taste. You must hire 2 more women to attend me, 2 women to wait on me. You must let me spend every winter. You must build me an elegant greenhouse and stock it with plants. You must always do just as I please and make a very good husband. You must let me spend every winter in Bath, every spring in town, every summer in tickets and tour, and every autumn at a watering place. And if you're at home the rest of the year, you must put balls and masquerades. You must build a room on purpose and a theater to act plays. The first play we have shall be Which is the Man, and I shall be Lady Balboa. You ask what you are to expect in return for all this? You may expect to have me please.
And help you. You want to know why not? 2 words. I am retired. Kid, come inside. There's something I want to show you. Watch it. That was part of the Mask of the Argo. Who do you think taught Jason how to sail? Cleopatra? I trained all those would-be heroes. Odysseus, Perseus, Theseus. A lot of yeses. And every single one of those bums let me down, flatter than a discus. None of them could go the distance. And then there was Achilles. He had it all. The build, the foot speed. He could jab, he could take a hit, he could keep on coming. But that little slug in a heel of his, he barely gets nicked there once, and kaboom, he's history. Yeah, I had a dream. I dreamed I was going to train the greatest hero there ever was. So great, the gods would hang a picture of him in the stars, all across the sky. And people would say, hey, that's Philippa's boy. Yeah, that's right. Oh, but dreams are for rookies. A person can only handle so much disappointment. You don't give up, do you? Hold it! Zeus was your father, right? The big guy, he's your daddy? Mr. Lightning Bolt! Ha! Read me a book, would you, Dada? Oh, Zeus, once upon a time. Ha! The truth? Please. So you want to be a hero, kid? Well, whoop-de-doo. I've been around the block before with blockheads just like you. Each and every one of them have been a disappointment. There's been pain for which there is no ointment. So much for excuses. Now a kid of Zeus's is asking me to jump into the fray? My answer is 2 words. Okay. You win. Oh, gods. Oy vey.
The ideal man? Oh, the ideal man should talk to us as if we were goddesses and treat us as if we were children. He should refuse all of our serious requests and gratify every one of our whims. He should encourage us to have caprices and forbid us to have missions. He should always say much more than he means, and always mean much more than he says. If we ask him a question about anything, he should give us an answer all about ourselves. He should invariably praise us for the qualities he knows we haven't got. He should be pitiless, quite pitiless, in reproaching us for virtues we've never dreamed of possessing. He should never believe we know the use of useful things. That would be unforgivable. But he should shower on us everything we don't want. He should persistently compromise us in public and treat us with absolute respect when we're alone. And he should always be ready for a perfectly terrible scene whenever we want one. And become miserable, absolutely miserable, at a moment's notice. And to overwhelm us with just reproaches in less than 20 minutes, and to become positively violent at the end of half an hour, and to leave us forever at 7:45 when one has to go dress for dinner. And when one has seen him, for really the last time, he has refused to take back the little things he has given one, or to ever and promised to never contact one again, or to write any foolish letters. He should be perfectly broken-hearted. And then he should telegraph to one every single day. And every half hour he should send a little note by a private hansom. And after this whole dreadful week, during which one has spent every day at lunch spelled everywhere with one's husband just to prove how absolutely lonely one is, he may be allowed a third and final parting in the evening, during which, if his conduct is completely irreproachable and one has been especially rude to him, he may say that the whole thing is entirely his fault. And once he's admitted that, it becomes a woman's duty to forgive him. And then one can do it off in the beginning, with variations.
'Twas brooding in the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wave. All mimsy were the borogoves and the mumraths outgrave. Beware the jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the jub-jub bird and shun, the furious bandersnatch. He took his vorpal sword at hand, long trying the manic some foe he sought. And there stood he by the tum-tum tree, he stood a while in thought. And as of this thought he stood, the jabberwock with eyes of flame came whiffling through the tuggly wood and burbled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through the vorpal blade went snicker-snack. He left it dead, and with its head he came galumphing back. And hast thou slain the jabberwock? Come to my arms, beamish boy. O frabjous day, callooh, callay, he chortled in his joy.